Assalamu alaikum and good morning everyone. I hope you are doing great. Welcome back to the class of computer. In this class we are going to learn a new chapter which we have started in previous class. We are going to continue that chapter. Let's begin. So the chapter which we started in our last class, that was information technology. Information technology is a developing technology that aims at obtaining the maximum information with minimum time or resources. Information technology is the study or use of electronic equipment, especially computers, for storing and analyzing and distribution of information of all kinds, including words, numbers, and pictures. Simply, we can say that the way we transmit data from one place to another, that is also included in information technology. Here are the things to learn from this chapter, from which we have covered computers and offices, internet we have done, computers and telephones. Now in this class we are going to learn about banks, smart card and credit card. These three topics would be the center of our today's lecture. So let's get started. Before going towards the detail that how the computers are used in banks, first we are going to know that what are the banks? How can we define the bank? A bank can be defined as a financial institution, organization, or a place that provides a financial service. Equally, one can also define the bank as an establishment authorized by a government that accepts deposits, pay interest, clear checks, make loans, act as an intermediary in financial transactions, allows the purchases of bills and checks, or the purchase and sales of securities, and provide other financial service to its customers. So in simple words, we can say that it is a kind of financial institution where we can pay our bills, where we can deposit the money, where we can store the money, okay? At any time we can transact that money, we can clear our checks, we can pay interest, and these kind of things are done in banks. Dear kids, how can we relate computer and banks over here? We can say that money can be transferred around the world using computers in banks, and it provides cash facility to their customers through a small computer called as ATM, that stands for automatic teller machine. This ATM machine or ATM computer is used to transact the money, to withdraw the money. How it works and what is it? Let's see. This is how the ATM computer looks like. What you have to do, customers insert the plastic card in it. There is a requirement of PIN code on the screen. Customer enter the PIN code, that is PIN, personal identification number. When we enter the PIN code, the amount in our balance is displayed on the screen, from which customer can take any amount out from the machine. So how can we define it? The customer insert a plastic card in ATM, as I told you. This card has a small magnetic strip and a code number. Customers provide the key of PIN, personal identification number. Computer reads the card and checks the code number and display the balance. Customers can now withdraw the required amount. This facility is used at any time. An ATM is also called as cash point. Okay, if I ask you what is the alternative name of ATM, so you can answer me, that is the cash point. Okay, this is so simple, you might have used it and you might have seen your parents withdrawing the amount from this. Okay?
Hey, Wall Street Willie, I heard someone talking about an ATM, but what is an ATM anyway? An ATM stands for Automatic Teller Machine. Well, what does it do? Well, an ATM is used mainly for taking cash out of your bank account, but you can also deposit cash and do some other basic things like print an account statement. What do I need to use it? Well, you will need a debit card, your password, which is called a PIN, which stands for Personal Identification Number. There's a 4-digit code that you need to enter when you take money out of an ATM. Well, can I withdraw money if I have a debit card from one bank and the ATM belongs to another bank? Yes, but you will have an extra charge, which is usually $2 to $5. But some banks will waive this charge for a few transactions every month. Can a credit card also be used in an ATM? Yes, but you will face a very high interest for cash withdrawals. Well, if someone steals my debit card, can they take the money out of my account using an ATM? No, they will need to have your PIN too. And even then, you can just always call the bank and disable your debit card, which means nobody can take money out of your account using that debit card. Yay! Thank you very much for telling me about an ATM, Wall Street Willie. You're welcome, Super Cooper.
So the next main topic from this chapter is smart card. This is how the smart card looks like. And you can see in the picture that there is a microchip. Okay, so how can we define the smart card? A smart card or intelligent card? Intelligent card is another name of smart card. Okay, so a small card or intelligent card is a plastic card with a microchip fixed on it. This microchip has some memory and processing capability. It is capable to do all basic computer functions such as keeping personal details, credit level, calculation of cash balance and security, etc. The common example of smart card is the prepaid telephone card. It holds the record of units used and the balance remaining. As I told you that smart card or intelligent card is the card that is a plastic card. Okay, the base of this card is plastic and there is a microchip fixed on it. This microchip has the detail of user, his personal record, and etc. It is also called as intelligent card. Now here comes the last main topic of our chapter, information technology, and that is credit card. Credit card is like a smart card, but it is different. How? It has the identification of the card owner for the purposes of making purchases. These credit cards are issued for private services. This is very important point. These credit cards are issued for private services such as oil companies, retail stores, hotels, and airlines. Okay, these are not handed over to everyone or any government servant. These are issued for private services. Okay, now you might be thinking that credit card and debit cards, these both cards are same. No, they are different from one another. So here is a short video for you where you can differentiate the credit card and debit card. So let's watch.
Gone are the days of carrying cash. Now we look to credit and debit cards for our purchases. They may look the same, but how we use them are entirely different. A debit card links directly to your bank account. If you use a debit card to buy something, the money is taken immediately out of your checking account. Debit cards give you quick access to your money via ATMs with zero interest and no monthly payments or late fees. But beware, if you're a victim of identity theft or your debit card is stolen, it can take weeks to months for your bank to get that money replaced. If you try to spend without any available funds, your bank may let you, but you'll deal with overdraft fees. Credit card also builds your credit, which is important for bigger investments, like a house. Credit cards are useful to pay for emergencies such as car repairs or home damage. But keep in mind, credit cards come with fees. For example, a late fee can be applied if you don't pay your bill on time, which can affect your credit score. Most cards charge interest and some may come with an annual fee, so look out for those rates when applying. Consider your lifestyle to decide which one is right for you. Or why not have both?
If we talk about the credit card, when a credit card is used, the seller records the name and account number of purchaser and amount of sale through a card reading machine. This record is forwarded through a computer to the credit card billing office. The amount is directly paid to the retailer from the office. After a week or month, the billing office sends the statement of his purchases to the credit card holder for payment. Here we have completed our chapter Information Technology. In this chapter we have learned 6 major topics, and these are computers in office, computers and telephones, internet, banks, smart card and credit cards. I hope you have got all of the things from this chapter. What you need to do now, you need to read your book, the chapter from the book. You need to underline the main points or important lines from the chapter Information Technology, and you have to learn the chapter from book. And thank you so much. Inshallah we shall meet in the next class. Take care. Bye.